Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are working on a micro home. So a couple of weeks ago I asked on my Instagram, what would you want me to build? Or what my followers that want me to build. And I've got a message from michaelasimsyt herself that I should build a micro home. So that's what we're doing today. I didn't have a vision really at the beginning of building because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do modern because I tried a cottage before, but that failed miserably because I just can't build anything other than modern anymore. Anyway, we are building like a Scandi inspired sort of micro home in the world of Willow Creek. It's built on a 20 by 15 in the world of Willow Creek, and it comes in at 27,706 million. So it's not a starter home, but it's not also very expensive. So I think if you have some money saved up, you could live here because you have a lot of like perks with the micro home. So I think it could be a cool place for a sim that you maybe already made some money with, but yeah, so it's exactly 32 tiles, so you can't really add anything more, but I think it's very cool. So I initially wanted to go with this like angled roof, like one and from one side to the other and vice versa, but then I decided to go to like the normal V-shaped, like A-shaped roof. Yeah, I'm very good at like terms in architecture, as you can tell. Anyway, so I later on decided, or like later on in a couple of seconds actually, decided to go for like this roof shape. Yeah, I'm sorry, my English isn't working today. And I made this color scheme very, very dark. So it's very different from the color scheme that I went with in my apartment last week, which was very bright and airy and like light and really cool. This is more like black, dark brown and yellow. So that's like the main colors, but I also used some like hints of like dark blue and stuff like that, but mostly it's just dark brown, black and yellow. So the interior is very colorful, but also has a lot of like black tones in it, and I really love how it turns out. So initially I wanted to have this area at the front of the house, like this covered patio, but I thought it would be probably better if it was at the back, so I decided to kind of flip the entire house so it turns around. So you have this covered area at the back and the door is going to be here on the left, which I thought was just better because I felt like it looked better from the front to have like this big window from Eco Lifestyle, and the back kind of goes nicely into like the backyard, which I really like. So yeah, that was my like thought process about this, because I felt like it would be weird to have this like covered patio at the front and then like have another one at the back. So I just decided to do it this way. Now we're working on the landscaping. I love this tree, which is I think base game, and I use it all the time because I don't know, just the shape of it is just so nice. And I'm also using like this bush, which is again something I use very often because it just looks the best. And yeah, I was a little bit lost here with the landscaping. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure I liked it, but I think in the end it turned out quite okay. I think it's not one of my favorite landscaping because I've been struggling with landscaping lately a little bit. Well, here mainly. I think before I did quite a good job, but here I just wasn't sure if it works, and just yeah. I'm still not convinced it looks like super good, but I like the house overall, so I decided not to let the landscaping ruin my impression of the house. We're still working on the landscaping. Yeah, maybe I can talk about my life for a little bit. So I've been so I have about a month and a half-ish month before my semester ends. Then I'll have like a month to study for my finals, and then I'll have my finals. So I really hope I will be still able to keep up with my schedule of one video a week, because this has been getting a little bit hectic lately, and I have a lot of stuff that needs to be finished for both this semester and my final exams. So yeah, I hope I will be able to keep up, but yeah, I might not. So I'm sorry in advance if that happens. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be a good girl and I'll manage everything, but it can happen. So just so you know what you can technically expect. So I have my finals between May and beginning of June, like end of May, beginning of June. So I will need to do a lot of studying because I need to finish my exam. I need to do my exams well so I can finish my university studies and I will have a bachelor degree, which I'm at one it's like really excited, but yeah, there is a lot that needs to be done and it's very overwhelming at times. So yeah, building is something I really enjoy and it kind of keeps my mind off it sometimes, but I also feel a little bit, yeah, sorry, forgot the word, guilty. That's the word I wanted to use. I feel a little bit guilty for using my time for building instead of doing some stuff for school, but on the other hand, I just can't do school all the time. That's just impossible. So yeah, sorry about this kind of insight into my head. It's a mess. And anyway, we're just adding some terrain paint to make it look more realistic. And I also decided to make something really cool here. So I decided to place a little bit of the fence that you have here at the back, at the front, and I placed a bike that is like leaning against the wall, like leaning against the fence here, and I just thought it was just such a cute idea. And I also added these snowy escape post. Yeah, I'm sorry, my words, my vocabulary is just not working today. I can't recall any words whatsoever for some reason, which is very, very not good. So now we're working on like the back covered patio area, and I used these chairs from the new My Wedding Stories pack, and I think I talked about it in my last video as well, but the chairs are an item from this particular pack that I really adore, and I think they're just so well made and I love them so much. Also, now I just remembered, we got a new kid this week, I believe, on Tuesday, I think. I mean, I am talking from the past here because I'm recording this like, or maybe it was the week before. Oh yes, it was like 2 weeks ago from when you are going to see this, because it came out like a couple of days after I'm recording this voiceover, which is the 18th of March. So I think it's like coming out this Tuesday after 18th. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's cool. I'm from like what I've seen in the pictures that they posted, I'm not a big fan. So I mean, I will know probably when this video comes out if I got it or not, but right now I'm probably not going to get it, but we'll see. Anyway, I also added some planters here, I also added a sunbed here, and I also added a fireplace here with some chairs, so the sim that lives here maybe can have friends over and they can have a barbecue, they can do marshmallows here around the fire pit, and yeah, I love that. I initially had a different floor plan here, but I decided to change it up so it opened up a little bit more the space. I used the counters from Hidden Living actually for the kitchen, and I thought they just looked perfect. I wanted to go with like a very dark color scheme, and that's why I went with this particular counter, because I wanted to do like a really black, and the one from Dream Home Decorator is just a bit too grey in my liking, and this was just perfect. I wasn't really sure if the kitchen is going to look good this dark, but I think it turned out quite nice, and with the like yellow tones and some other decorations, I think it just looks perfect. So I also added the oven, which I don't know, I think it was just a fun touch. I could have added like the oven that goes into the counter, but for some reason I just thought it looked cool this way. So yeah, I also added the plant here and some tools, not tools, but things you use for cooking. And later on, I place a TV on this very counter because the living room is like directly looking into the kitchen. So I thought it was perfect to place the TV here, which I haven't done before, I don't think. So I think it's just a fun idea and fun use of space, because considering it's like a tier 1 tiny home, I'm always confused if tier 1 is the smallest or the biggest, but it's the micro home, so 32 tiles, and I was really excited about the fact that it didn't feel cramped at all, which I haven't built a micro home in a while, but I don't know, I just love cramming things up like this, but it felt a lot bigger than I expected it to be. So I'm probably going to build a lot more of those in the future. I mean, especially because I don't have a lot of time at the moment, and micro homes are something that works perfectly for me at the moment. So I will probably have some like micro homes, tiny homes in the next couple of weeks, probably till summer, that I'll try and make some more big builds as well, because I like to do those as well, but right now I just don't have the time for them, unfortunately. Anyway, I added a single bed here, so this house is only for one sim. You could squeeze in a bigger bed if you wanted to, but I wanted to give the person or give the sim a bigger couch, like the one that matches with the chairs that I used outside, and that's why I went for a smaller bed, because I was imagining one sim living here, maybe like a bachelor. I don't know, the color scheme just screams bachelor to me. So we are just adding some decorations in the hallway here, just some shoes and a rug, because I think it's just very realistic. We have like rugs in front of our door at our house as well, so I thought it was just realistic. I also used this nice stand from City Living because I thought it looked like really nice with the like theme or with the style that I was going for in here. And I also added some clock above the bed, which I thought was just a nice touch. I also used the curtains sort of thing, like the planned curtains from the Blooming Rooms kit above like the couch, which I thought was really cool. I also added some more clutter here, so kind of fills up the space, and I used the couch from Eco Lifestyle here as well. So yeah, that is almost everything for today's speed build. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because I loved building this house so much, and tiny homes can be a lot of fun, so I will definitely do more of them in the future. So if you want to download this build, you can get it on my gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can download the tray files in the description box below. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There's still a lot of people who watch my videos who are not subscribed, and I would really appreciate getting to 1,000, because we're not that far away from that anymore, and it's really exciting. So yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.